Terence Crawford, the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, sent a cryptic message to the boxing world. Pay attention.
Bussin'. It's bussin'. It's bussin'. Tell her, say it's bussin'. Bussin'. It's bussin'. It's bussin'. Tell her, say it's bussin'. Push up. Push up. Yeah. Come on. Damn, girl, protect your face. Body shot, face shot, body shot, face shot, body shot.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Cut, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. First thing first, if you guys are not paying attention or you didn't understand the videos, I'll break it down for you. That was Terence Crawford getting his hair braided again. I don't know if you guys been following Terence Crawford earlier career, but Terence Crawford was with the braids was a deadly finisher, a dangerous puncher. I mean, he was flattening guys. So he's literally trigger right now, and he sends a cryptic message to the boxing world. Even at age 36, when I'm supposed to be past my prime, I still got the braids. I'm still that knockout vicious young Terence Crawford that wanted to knock everybody out. I mean, look at this. Even at the age of 36, this man is still punching. He just has more experience. You know what I'm saying? He's still punching shit. And he sends a cryptic message to the rest of the boxing world. And he may not say everything he want to say, so I say it for him. I mean, I'm going to read what he said on Instagram, but I'm also going to say what he really want to say. And what he really want to say is, y'all robbed me, man. Y'all robbed me of fight of the year. I was in the fight of the year, the fight of the decade, the fight of the century. And y'all robbed me. Look at those uppercuts. This is what he said, though. The man that beat the man gonna do it again. What y'all know about that? He said, the man that beat the man gonna do it again. Somebody said, Bud beats Canelo and Benavidez. Of course he do. The man that beat the man gonna do it again. What y'all know about that? What he mean by that? Is he telling us he gonna fight Errol Spence again? At 154, we know Earl going up there. What are you trying to tell us? He said a man that beat the man gonna do it again. We know Earl go to 154. He gonna catch these hands again. Oh man, this time they gonna need a stretcher for Earl. You know what I'm saying? They gonna need a stretcher for Earl this time. Man, I don't want to see Earl carried out of there on a stretcher, man. But anyway, Crawford says a cryptic message The man that beat the man gonna do it again. He gets the braids. And we know Crawford with the braids. Some people always talk about, when people compare Floyd Mayweather or talk about Floyd Mayweather's career, they always say, man, Pretty Boy was the shit. He was knocking niggas out. When they talk about Terence Crawford, they say Terence Crawford always been knocking dudes out. But Terence Crawford with the braids, he wanted to knock you out in the first round. Terence Crawford without the braids, he take his time a little bit, but he still get you out of there. But Terence Crawford with the braids, he ain't had no picks. He was trying to get you out of there in the first round. I remember an interview from Terence Crawford where he was talking to a guy named Travis. I forgot his last name, but I think Travis Kaufman or something. But this is Terence Crawford, his team. He got a team out in Vegas. They went for a run. Terence Crawford did an interview with a guy not from Vegas, a guy named Travis. And Travis, he was one of the only people to go 12 rounds with Terence Crawford. And he had Terence Crawford on his show, and they was talking about it. And Terence Crawford was like, yeah, you was one of the only dudes that went 12 rounds with me. And Crawford was like, yeah, you did. I was mad. I'm still mad about that. Imagine somebody telling you they mad about not stopping you. Like, I wanted to knock you out, but I didn't get a chance to, probably because we didn't have too many rounds. Yeah. It was one of his early fights, so he didn't have that many rounds to get Travis out of there. And guess what Travis said? Travis said, I know. I still brag about that to people till this day. I tell people I'm one of the only guys that Terence Bud Crawford didn't get to stop. I mean, look, I lasted more rounds than Errol Spence. I don't know if he lasted more rounds, but he did better than Errol Spence. Because I don't think it was a 12-round fight because it wasn't a championship fight. But, he just probably meant he did better than Errol Spence. But anyway, what do you guys think about Terence Crawford sending this cryptic message? Man, I feel Terence Crawford is triggered. I'm going to just give y'all how I feel. Terence Crawford is triggered, bro. They keep disrespecting the man after he beat the man. Errol Spence had all this hype behind him, bro. The eye collector, bone collector, body snatcher. He had all this hype behind him. This was supposed to be a 50-50 fight. How people forget, bro? No, we not going to do that. Y'all do that with all this man fights. Earl had all this hype behind him. Bro, Earl had all this hype behind him, bro. Y'all was hyping this man up every day. Y'all put a battery in Earl's back. Earl's a bone collector, eye collector. You know what I'm saying? He gonna collect Terence Crawford ribs. He's gonna collect his eye. The bone collector, eye collector went in there and he got his eye collected. And then y'all couldn't believe it. So y'all ain't want to put Bud at number 1 pound for pound for a long time. Y'all put him there. Then y'all took him off. Oscar De La Hoya owns the Ring magazine. He was looking for an opportunity to take Bud off. And New Way goes and he fights. And New Way goes and fights. And he becomes undisputed twice. So they take it away from Terence Crawford. How y'all take it away from the guy who did it first? Because another guy did it. I did it first. Another guy do it. And then y'all take it from him. Y'all also robbed him of Fighter of the Year. Like, what do he have to do to get all the recognition he deserves? He said, man, they trying to take everything away from me after what I just did to Errol Spence in a fight that was supposed to be a 50-50 fight. The man that beat the man. But yet they're trying to take all this credit away from me. It's not making sense. It's really not. So, he's confused. He like, what? Like, what I gotta keep doing? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back to the braids and show these dudes, man. I guess I gotta kill these dudes flat for me to get credit around here. What I gotta do to get my full credit, like, I know how Bud is thinking right now, and That man is pissed. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how y'all still fight of the year from him and give his trainer of the year, and then y'all still number one pound for pound from him and put him at number 3. How is he number 3 pound for pound? He has the best resume compared to all them dudes up there. The man has more wins and knockouts than Usyk has fights. He has more knockouts than Inoue has fights. They literally put Inoue at number 1 after Inoue got dropped face first versus Luis Neri. They put him at number 1 for a little bit. Usyk goes and he beats Tyson Fury. Then they put him at number 1. And they was happy as shit to drop Bud all the way down to number 3. Like, do that even make sense? The guy that did it first, I was the first guy to become undisputed in 2 weight classes. How you gonna drop the first person to do it down to number 3? The first person this is how it's supposed to be. The first person to do it should be number 1. The second person to do it should be number 2. The third person to do it should be number 3. Because that's how much it hold weight. The first guy to do it gotta be number 1. Second guy, Usyk. Second guy is Inoue. Third guy is Usyk. That's just, it makes more sense. You know, he's the first guy to become undisputed. Terence Crawford, first guy to become undisputed in the 4-belt era. He may go undisputed cool again. Like I said, we should call the man Undisputed King. And he has an opportunity to do that at 154 again. That's why he sent that cryptic message. And he's mad. He's triggered because he feels like he's being disrespected. He has another chip on his shoulder. He feels like after what he did to Errol, he would have been getting his credit and just dues. But it seems like the boxing world, they're still disrespecting him. They don't want to give him his just dues. They don't want to give him his credit. They want to play in his face. And he's triggered. That's why he got the braids to remind people. When y'all remember when I had the braids, right? Matter of fact, I think he had dreads. I don't know if it was braids. It might have been dreads, but when he had hair, either way. He like, y'all remember when I had hair, right? I was knocking these dudes out cold. Let's get it, man. I'm ready. Man, even if he can't get undisputed at 154 and he get the opportunity at Canelo Alvarez, that's undisputed in one fight. He'll go get that. So, either way, he has options, man. And it looked like nothing's stopping this dude from reaching his goals. You know, my favorite interview from him was the Joe Rogan podcast when he mentioned fighting Canelo Alvarez. And some of those things he said on there was, what would they say? What would they say? He's just imagining it. He did the same thing with Errol Spence. I remember one time he did it live. It's like the dude could see the future. He did it live and he was like, I can already see it now. I'm going to stand and trade with Errol Spence. I'm going to beat Errol Spence. And some of you dudes are going to jump the bandwagon or find somebody else. And everything the man said come to fruition. They're going to say, oh, Errol Spence isn't the same and all this other shit. The man literally predicted everything that's going to happen. So we cannot underestimate anything Bud says. On the Joe Rogan podcast, he says, what would they say? What would they say? The small guy moving up in weight to challenge one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, undisputed champion at 168, Canelo Alvarez, future first ballot Hall of Famer. What would they say when I beat this guy going up all of these weight classes? what would they say? And that's all Bud cared about. What would they say? That's a guy who's not going for a check. That's a guy who's going for legacy. That's a guy who's going to challenge himself. That is a guy who believes in himself so bad that he believes he can't be beat. You know, he don't underestimate his opponent, but he just believes if he trains 100% for the right opponent on the right given night, everything should fall in his favor. This is a guy, Bud Crawford, who's never had a close fight. I don't remember Bud Crawford ever having a close fight. I feel like he's in a weak era, because he never had a really close fight. What fight of Bud Crawford was close? Bud Crawford has never had a close fight. All of his fights been dominant win. He's just a dominant force to be reckoned with. And I wouldn't want to trigger a guy like Bud Crawford. So, I don't know why these guys are triggering Bud Crawford and pissing Bud Crawford off. You know, in my honest opinion. This is why I feel bad for Madrimov, but a lot of people are trying to say Madrimov is going to pull off the upset. Yeah, Madrimov is going to pull off the upset, all right? He's going to be upset on how bad he performed, because Bud already started camp. And Bud is going in for the kill. He's trying to knock this dude out. So Madrimov should be upset if he doesn't come to fight and he gets knocked out early. So that's the only upset I'm looking to see. Madrimov being upset because he didn't try to win, or he didn't come prepared and he got knocked out early. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about Bud being triggered and ready to put on a show.